this is the home screen that you see on the new HTC One, and this is part of the new Sense 5 operating system that we've got running alongside Android. The home screen that you see here is called Blink Feed. Now, the idea behind Blink Feed is that it's a very personalised, live, refreshing home screen. So up on the menu button at the top here, what you're able to do is go in and designate the country or the region that you're in. So if I click on the settings up here, I can then tap in and I can then choose where I want my content to come from. So currently we're set to the UK, but we would be able to be flicked through other countries, and we have agreements with roughly 1,400 organisations worldwide where we're pulling this information from. When I come into the topics and services, this just shows you that we're able to pull in headlines from news, entertainment, lifestyle, sport, technology. We're also able to dive a little bit deeper into current topics such as business, design, lifestyle, music, politics. As well as this, you can actually integrate your apps. So for example, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or your work calendar, all of them can be integrated all into your Blink Feed. So the idea is every time you go in there, it updates, it's fresh, and it's live. It's all listed in time order, so the most recent features are always at the top. So as you flick through, you're able to click into an article. You'll be able to see any photos or any videos at the top, which you'll then be able to view or be able to watch. You'll be able to flick through the entire article. And it's very quick and very easy to share this article either via Facebook, mail, text message, Bluetooth, etc. So there's loads of different ways that you can then share an article from Blink Feed. So as well as Blink Feed, we have a new feature which is part of our new camera, and this feature is called Zoe. So Zoe is just turned on and off by pressing this button just on the side here, and when it turns blue, we know that Zoe is then active. So the idea is that Zoe, instead of taking a single image, Zoe will actually take a small clip. So what I'm going to do is just use my device to demonstrate this. So I'm going to tap the blue button here and we're going to activate into Zoe. So then I'm going to hold this up, and you'll notice when I press the camera button it starts to turn red, and I can just move it around from here. Once the Zoe clip's finished, I can tap up into the gallery here, and you'll see it will play my Zoe back for me. Now what's really clever about Zoe is that actually, rather than being a video which would have quite low resolution frames, it's actually taking 20 high definition photos which are then stitched together into a movie. So I'm then able to slide through and I'm able to select the frame that I then want to use. It's also actually taking photos before I actually press the camera button. So here the little white mark on the progress bar shows me where I tap the camera button. So I'm actually able to slide back and take images from before I press the camera button, which is really cool because if you're slightly too slow in pressing the button, you're able to go back and select an image from your Zoe from there. Zoe also has the ability to really bring your gallery to life. So when you click into a normal phone gallery, it's just static images and icons. So now when you click into here, you're able to start to see your Zoe start to come alive. As you flick through on here, you'll start to see your videos start to come to life, and it's a much nicer looking gallery than a standard device. Right at the top of every gallery, you're actually able to have your Zoe highlight from here. Your Zoe highlight is created by the phone, and it's a combination of all of the photos and videos that you've taken throughout the day. They're then pulled together into a 30-second video, which is also set to music. You're also able to change the theme as well. So down in the bottom right-hand corner here, I can slide through a selection of themes. The different themes have different music to them and a slightly different tempo to the changes of the music. But it's just a really simple and really easy way to enjoy all of the photos that you've taken, maybe on a day out with the family. So Zoe's also able to bring some extra features to the camera. One of these features, if I just come out to my gallery here, is called Sequence Shot. So here we have our Zoe from here. So you can see we have our guy comes up on his BMX. So when I tap, edit, and then retouch, I'm able to select Sequence Shot from here. What Sequence Shot does is it then takes 5 images from the Zoe and allows me to actually layer them all into one particular photo. So I can then play around and create a really cool picture from all of those, and it's then save that as one image. As well as this, we also have a feature called Always Smile. The idea behind Always Smile is if you have a group of people all together at the same time, they're not necessarily going to be always smiling and always with their eyes open at exactly the same time. So here we have our Zoe clip. Again, I can tap, edit, and retouch, and I can select Always Smile. So Always Smile is then going to put a circle around everyone's face on here. I'm then able to select the person I want and then just slide backwards and forwards through each of their faces until I find the one I want to keep. Once I've done that for each person and I'm happy, I can click done and it will then save that as one single image. So I always get the perfect smile with their eyes open just through using Zoe. The final feature, I'm just going to grab the other phone to show, is object removal. So the idea behind object removal is if you have a Zoe that you've taken and, for example, someone walks in through the background and slightly spoils the image, you're able to go back and use Zoe to be able to remove them. So here we have our Zoe and you have our people who move through the background here. So if I click into edit and retouch, I can select object removal. It then realizes that actually maybe these two people shouldn't have been in the shot, so it puts a small box around them, and then when I tap it allows me to click on these and then remove them from the photo, so I can remove them and make sure I have the perfect shot. So there's some really amazing stuff that Zoe's able to bring to life with the camera. The third feature we talk about is boom sound, and that relates to the two front-facing speakers that we have. So unlike a lot of devices that have a speaker maybe on the back or on the end, we actually have both our speakers on the front. And that means that if you're watching a movie or watching a YouTube clip on the device, or you're listening to some music, the audio is being directed straight at you. So that gives you a much better performance from the audio. Got the audio from both speakers coming through. We also have a very cool little visualizer that comes through on here, and this will come through and give you a cool little animation in the background and also show you the lyrics of the song that you're listening to as well. One other cool feature we have, the on-off button here is also an infrared button. So we've added a new application which is related to your TV. So you're actually now able to use your device to control your TV. So this is our TV application here, and you can tap up the top here and then actually use your phone as a remote control for your TV, and you can have up to 10 different remotes programmed to that at any one time. So some really cool features that we have. Some bits on the spec, we have a 4.7 inch Full HD Super LCD 3 display, so the pixel density on here is 468 ppi. The processor is a 1.7 GHz quad-core processor with 2 GB of RAM, and it comes in either 32 or 64 gig variants on the device.